Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Virtuosa, the goddess. I am a star seed, light worker, and twin flame. I like to call us soul flames or soul twins. Yeah, I like soul twins. Anyhow, welcome to my channel. Welcome to everyone. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I welcome you with love, peace, and harmony. Please hit the like button and the subscribe over to the right, down and to the right, and the bell button so you can be notified when I upload a reading. For everyone who has been here before, welcome back. Thank you for coming. I love you all. Today I'm going to do a overall love energy reading, just to see where the soldiers of love, where the collective is. I started pulling cards. I did not finish. For all people who have subscribed to my channel, I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you taking the time to adding me to your subscriptions. I love you all. Thank you very much. And for those who have not subscribed, one day you will. I hope you will. You're welcome to. Thank you. Anyway, so I've been going through quite a bit of purging and a little bit of Two of Swords decision making right now. A little bit of Two of Wands, a little bit of Hangman energy personally. So I haven't really received a lot of messages because through my meditation, because my meditations have been kind of sporadic here and there. But I came out of solitude because I just wanted to bring some love and some light to my tribe, to my soldiers of love tribe. So as I started pulling cards, I'm going to pull the overall energy between the counterparts, and then I will pull the energy between us. And then we'll get started with the reading. Okay, so for the Divine Feminine counterpart, we have the Empress. And I'll explain each card. I'm using for now my Egyptian tarot deck. For the Divine Masculine counterpart, we have the Hermit card. And in between the counterparts, the energy that we have is the Lovers. So now let me explain for those of you that are new. Some of you may not be new, but okay, so the Divine Feminine right now, we're in the Empress energy. And this is the number 3 card. Number 3 represents creativity, joy, imagination. We're aligning with the divine. I felt the Divine Mother Goddess last night when I was asking, where are you, Divine Mother? I need you now. And I saw a spider. And for anyone who's into spirit, totem animals, I saw 3 spiders for the number 3 last night. And that is the Mother Goddess energy. She webs a weave of creativity. Some of the indigenous tribes, they recognize the Divine Mother. They associate it with the spider. That's why you have the dream catcher with the spider's web in it. So if you want to, you could do a little research. So yes, Divine Feminines, we're being called to be creative, start creative projects, be more creative with the things that we do, because once we share our creativity with the world, that's sharing a part of the divine with us, or for the world. And that's what we're here to do, is to share our gifts with the world. So divine feminine, at this time, we're being called to be creative. In between us is the Lover's card, and that is the number 6 card. And the number 6 is focusing. We need to concentrate on our home life and not focus so much outwardly. We need to choose love. We need to go within and activate our heart chakras. Concentrate on unconditional love. I know I haven't been feeling a lot of love and connection with my counterpart the past couple of days, because I needed to detach so that I can align my life and set my home life in the manner of which I need to set it up. That would be conducive for these new beginnings that are here for us now. So we're really going through a test. It's like us not making a decision is worse than making a wrong choice. So I guess that's to say, at this time, if you're being faced with decisions, go ahead and just make a decision. And, you know, like my mom said when I was growing up, that any decision that you make, the only drawbacks is if you blame someone else for the consequences. Because the mark of being a mature adult is to make a decision and stand behind that decision, the consequences of that decision. So at this time, the Lovers, the divine, has his hand on this connection. And you cannot go wrong at this time. So let's just take the time and examine and decide what seeds that we want to sow at this present time. So that's where we are with the energies between us. And so we have the Hermit card for the divine masculine energy. And he is acquiring light of intelligence. He's going within. He's seeking solitude and wisdom at this time. He's being very discretionary with his energies at this time. He's not sharing it with a lot of people. I don't know. I'm not in contact with my divine masculine. This is a no contact reading, because if you were in contact with your divine masculine, or if you were really truly connected, as as connected as we would all wish to be, then you probably wouldn't be watching this reading, or maybe you would be, because even when I was in physical union with my counterpart, I still watch readings. Haha. But anyways, so he's receiving spiritual enlightenment during his hermit mode. He's shining a light within at this time, which is a good thing. So that means that by us making movement, divine feminines, that's causing the divine masculine to go within, because we're connected. Actually, we're all connected. And that's how, if you watch this reading, you can also go to another reading and find the same energies, that a lot of us will pull the same cards without even having watched one another, because the energies, were so connected to that one source, which is the divine, no matter what you call God, or, Great Spirit, divine, Allah. The name, I don't think is important. I think that as you recognize and be able to discern your voice from the divine's voice is the most important thing. Okay, so I just want to ask divine that you be with every last one single inch atom of every last one of your soldiers of love that is watching this video, actually all over planet Earth, but especially for the ones who have come to this video for some answers. I ask that you help me be a voice to guide the watchers towards the path from which they're to take to find their true purpose in this lifetime, that I may be an aid in being of some solace to any souls that are at unrest or at unease right now, or that if any souls that are watching just need to hear something that sounds familiar to them. I just ask divine that you use my vessel in any which way that you see fit. I also want to call in some of the ancestors, some of my ancestors. Ancestors, I ask that you be present to guide me, to protect the watchers, to protect me in this message. I ask that all of the archangels be present, protect the soldiers of love, the twin flames, the soulmates, all of the labels, but we know we are all souls and we're all connected, all soldiers of love, especially the soldiers on the front line that are taking the heat right now. Just please protect all of us, guide us, any of the archangels, all of the archangels. The ascended masters, that's what I meant to say. Any of the ascended masters, Jesus, Buddha, all of the ascended masters, we invite you to help serve our higher selves, to help guide our higher selves to make the best decisions possible, because we know that this is decision time. This is the hour where we choose to serve our lower selves or our higher selves. And I just ask that you be that voice. Give us signs, synchronicities, to show us when we're going down the right path. So let's get started on clarifying. So we have the Empress for the Divine Feminine. So let's get a clarifier for the Divine Feminine. Actually, I want to do a, what is the Divine Feminine's issue right now, and what could be blocking her right now? So the Divine Feminine at this time, we're needing to use our third eye chakra to see what's behind the veil. So this is our issue. And actually, I'm not sure if I want to read it in reverse. It came just slapped out in reverse. It failed, actually, so I'm not sure. And the action we're needing to take. Ooh. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'll read it to you anyways. And then let's get our outcome. Ooh. Oh, okay. I like this. Okay. So the issue is being able to receive this well-deserved reward for all of our hard work that we've been toiling out, and we've been just chomping away at, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So the issue is Divine Feminine, being able to receive those rewards. We're needing to learn to accept this universal love that the divine is trying to give us at this time. the divine wants us to be able to receive this reward, to have the discipline and the satisfaction of where we are currently in, on our journey, because nothing beats having gratitude. That is the first step of changing a situation, of just being okay with where we are at this time. And I know that's been my struggle, but I've been working on that. So I think Divine Feminines, we would benefit from just having gratitude for wherever we are. I don't care how dire the circumstances could seem, how bleak the future may seem, because those are our fears. Because this is, our action is to let go of helpless and hopelessness. Because you see this gentleman right here, and both of these cards, they're yellow. All three of them that I pulled are going to have yellow, and I'm going to point that out. So Divine Feminine, we're going to need to have some discipline and learn to accept our well-deserved reward. Okay, you see the sun behind that guy? That is the divine shining on us. So, yeah, that's where we are now. We're having to let go of feeling helpless and hopeless. Because this guy's in front of the sun. So he sees the sun between those two mountains. You see that? The two mountains represent the two counterparts and the sun in between. So there is no need for us to feel helpless and hopeless in this situation at all. Because the divine has his hand all in this situation. Our efforts are actually paying off. So this is the action for us, is to not feel helpless and hopeless, because we're being acknowledged. Even if you don't see it, once we go behind the veil with the Empress card, we'll be able to see where we are. And so, yeah. That is and actually this card, this first card is the Pentacles. So we're at the 9 of Pentacles as our issue, not understanding where we are on this journey. We are at the 9 of Pentacles, but we're feeling like we're at the, I don't know, we're having some issues of feeling hopeless and helpless. So we're going to need to pull that back. We're going to need to release that. We're feeling restricted. We need to release feeling restricted. Release feeling powerless. We have all the power. We can make decisions. And this is representing the 8 of Swords right here, actually. So this is all mental. All mental. We need to release this. That is our action. And our outcome is love abounds. And this is the Cups. This is the Ace of Cups. You see the divine, all-seeing eye. The eye of Haru. And see that yellow, which represents the sacral chakra. The solar plexus chakra. So our solar plexus chakra is what we're needing to work on. And to do that, I know everyone's tired of hearing this, but it's actually the 3rd chakra. So the sound ram, ram, and it's the element of fire. And its key words is I can. I can is the outcome. So after we've gone within, feminists, for just, if you don't have a lot of time, 5 minutes of meditation, just quiet time. If you have to, get some guided meditation on YouTube. And that should help. just to get that quiet time so we can allow our minds to, and the divine, to send us those messages so we can release this helplessness and hopelessness that we've been feeling. And remember the sound ram and I can. So once you've made your decisions about what you want to do, whether it's starting a business, whether it's releasing your divine counterpart, divine feminine, whatever you decide to do, just know that you can. You can. We can. So now let's pull some cards for the divine masculine. See what his issue is, or what you guys' issue is. Ooh, we got one. Success and growth. Number 8. So divine masculine is balancing 3D and 5D perfectly. He's focused on his material and his material abundance in the physical. And number 7 is the next card, which is his action. So he's awaiting his results. That's why he's in hermit mode. So his issue is he needs to know that he's right here at his material abundance. And then his outcome is number 7, which is choosing his battles. So that's going to be his outcome. So now let's tie that together. So in his issue area, he is, give me 1 second. Okay, so in his issue or challenge area, this is the 8 of Wands. His success and growth is his issue. It's him just knowing that he has all the tools that he needs, or that his efforts are getting ready to pay off. He has accomplished and progressed a lot. He's come a long way. And I'm very proud of all divine masculines and all divine feminines. He just needs to get rid of his old ways of thinking. And that's so hard, guys. I mean, I'm serious. I keep reverting. It's amazing how your subconscious mind wants to take over even though you're conscious. You know, it's like it wants to revert back to old thinking, and it's so hard to get rid of those thoughts. But we have to keep feeding our minds positive mantras and positive things so that we can manifest these great new beginnings that are here for us now. And I know everybody's tired of saying that, but I'm so serious. They're here. It's like we can't even deny it now. So in his action area is awaiting results. And basically that is the 7 of Pentacles. So he's been working hard. And he just needs to have patience at this time. You see how the tree roots have grown up, all the way up. So what he's been building is something that'll go through his bloodline. So he just needs to have patience and use his intuition, because positive things are flowing through him at this time. There's a harvest here, and he's so deeply rooted in this harvest. Look, and then you see in place, it's where in the place of her heart is an apple, is a big golden apple. You see that? So he just needs to have that patience. He's becoming frustrated. Whenever he's feeling detached a little, but he's invested enough time in this connection and in his life's endeavors that he can await results. And his outcome is choosing his battles wisely. The wands. So his outcome is not being resistant. And he needs to evaluate everything. Because I know typically male or masculine energy likes to go, go, go. Challenge, challenge, challenge. But he may need to just let some stuff go. So any divine masculines that are watching, your outcome is to not battle everyone. Just choose your battles very wisely. And all this is so that we can move towards the next step. And I want to pull a Lover's card. No, actually, let me pull a Heal Yourself card. And then before we wrap it up, I'll let everyone know where we are on that tree of life, on the tree of life, on our journey. I'll let everyone know where we are. So let's pull some Heal Yourself cards. And Heal Yourself cards, what it's going to do, they're going to give us something to work on, because I hate to say it, but to get the true connection that we desire, even with our counterparts, or if we choose other counterparts than our assigned ones. Well, they're all assigned, but no matter what happens, to feel happy and content, we have to clear out the darkness to let more light in. So this is so very telling for me. So this goes for the divine feminine, selling out. See, we're being tempted right now to sell out towards the physical realm, because we got 1 foot in and one foot in the 3D and 1 foot in the 5D. So it's so easy to always choose the 3D. But we can't sell out. We cannot sell out at this time. And this is the number 1 card, which represents new beginnings. It's for ascended masters. It's a green light from the ascended masters and the angels to have ambition and to take leadership. It's time for us to show each other and ourselves what this spiritual journey is all about not being part of the status quo, not being our old selves. Let's move past the fear to just do and be sovereign and operate under sovereignty. So we have to use our powers and our talents and our abilities for the highest good, not for the lowest good. And I know this is scary, but we have to use it, push back our fears, and use it for the highest good. And let's just visualize the prostitute archetype. And just ask ourselves, look, after she's been used and abused, where did she go wrong? Where? So we just have to ask ourselves when we look in the mirror, where are we selling our spiritual selves short? And let's just ask ourselves to make more empowering decisions, because we are children of the divine. We are children of the divine. I forget this sometimes, guys. We are children of the divine. Do you get that? Our divine Father has everything possible that we could ever want, dream, and imagine, as long as we are in alignment. Love, happiness, finance, whatever we're needed to carry out our each individual missions will be granted to us, regardless of what your eyes can see and your lower self can tell your subconscious dreams. This is a beautiful card. And guess what? It's the number 3. So this is the energy between the counterparts. That's something that we have to work on right now at this time. We need to pay attention to our dreams, because they're holding significance right now as to how we're going to align with that divine energy. Things that we need to work on to program our subconscious mind when we're awake to help us to make the right decisions. So all need to line up, our subconscious, our conscious, with the divine. So before we go to sleep tonight, place a glass of water next to your bed and write dreams on a piece of paper with the intention of remembering your dreams if you're having problems remembering your dreams. And then place your piece of paper on top of the glass and say, I'm going to remember my dreams, and drink from that glass. Take 3 sips of water from that glass. And think about the question that we would like answered and write it down on a notebook next to you and sleep with that notebook next to you. And when you wake up, write down your dreams. Drink some water and then write down anything you can remember from your dreams. And if it's not any pictures or anything, write down the feelings that you have. And if you remember any scenes, write down the feelings associated with those scenes. And let's pull one for the Divine Masculine. What does Divine Masculine need to work on? He has some procrastination. So, Divine Masculine, there is a lot of abundance for the Divine Masculine at this time. I'm seeing that. He has some tasks to do. He needs to understand to remain present so that he can be led towards this abundance. He's been putting off something. Even if you make a mistake at this time, Divine Masculine, that's better than not making any decision. So, Divine Masculine, we're kind of mirroring each other with decisions. Everybody has this is decision time for the soldiers of love. So divine masculine, make a list of all the tasks that you put off, things that you started and didn't complete, things you love to do, and make a practical plan of things that you're going to take care of, you know, give it like a week. So that is things that the counterparts can work on. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck we have family and tribe. Oh, this is a beautiful card. So if you want to connect with your family or your tribe members at this time for any guidance, counsel, feel free, but remember, no one's answer is better than the answer that you'll get within from your divine spirit connection within, going within. Because, you know, I know like my family, they have totally different views and thoughts. They're like, you don't have to answer God's calls. Yes, I do. But, you know, told them if you ever heard the voice, you would answer too. But, you know, everybody, you know, wakes up at their own time and everybody's at their own version of awake. So let's see what the counterparts have to say, to the higher selves have to say to one another. So divine masculine, what do you want to say to the divine feminine? What does the divine masculine's higher self want to say to the divine feminine at this time? May this be a comfort to the divine feminine. So addictions are affecting our romantic life at this time. So yeah, that's been mine. I've been, you know, feeling like I want to pick up old addictions. Yep, I gotta admit, I smoked a cigar yesterday. That's why I'm fasting this afternoon because I felt it. So I'm gonna be honest, yes, codependency is affecting some of the counterparts at this time, because this is a very crucial time. We're all feeling the pressure and the crunch. We're human. Just work through it. There's no such thing as perfection with humans. We can only strive, but we will fall short. But we can always strive, and that's what really counts. Just keep pushing forward. Don't beat yourself up. Just, you know, make a mistake. You know, detox. Call it a day, move on. Between the counterparts, there are romantic feelings, and they're worth exploring. So, and divine feminine, higher self, what do you want to tell the divine masculine's higher self? What do the divine feminines want to tell the divine masculine? We want to tell them that we want to get married. Surprise, surprise. Divine feminines, this situation involves marriage. With divine masculine, that's what we want you to know. But this thing involves marriage. I don't know, some of you may have already had dreams about your counterpart, weddings, those type of things. Those things are real. There are spiritual unions that happen in 5D. A lot of the twin soul flames that were awakened earlier this year, last year, have experienced that in dreams. So don't think you're crazy if you do happen to experience it. Let me pull a positive mantra that we can say for the entire day. And I promise you guys are my witnesses. I will say this all day. I draw love and romance into my life, and I accept it now. And on the back, I am safe in all my relationships, and I'll give and receive lots of love. So no matter how or what we're going through, let's just draw in love and romance by having our heart chakras open and just opening up our hearts and just feeling that unconditional love. And this card is just talking to me. I take a deep breath and allow myself to relax. my whole body calms down. It does not matter what other people say or do. What matters is how I choose to react and what I choose to believe about myself. So basically, we're going to concentrate. We don't have to remember it verbatim, but we're going to concentrate on drawing in love and romance and accepting that in. And also not believing what other people say about us, but believing what we believe about ourselves, and just relaxing. Let's just relax. I don't know if you ever been in a terrible situation, or a situation that could be dire, and you let it, when you get anxiety, it's like it doesn't work out. But it's like if you just be like, I don't know what's going to happen. It's just up in the air, and you just relax. Don't attach to any outcome of the situation. Just allow and see what the universe brings. I've done that in a situation, and I tell you, it has worked out for me when I've done that. How? I don't know, because I just detached from it and just looked around and was just like, whatever, I don't know. It's up in the air. And then by that time, and I just tried to, let my higher self just be, front and center, and it just worked itself out. And I don't know, maybe it is the law of attraction that brings good into my life, because I have seen it, and money is a state of mind that supports me. I'll allow prosperity to enter in my life on a higher level than ever before. So guys, yes, really, actually, let's make our dreams come true. Let's allow our dreams to come true by just allowing. All this is saying, this whole entire reading is centered around allowing, 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 going about your everyday life and allowing. And let me go and get the chart. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, last reading, we were at the death and justice. This is the entire thing. We're striving to get here to the aces. So now we're here at the Empress, and the Hermit is here. So Divine Masculine is right behind the Divine Feminine. We are right behind the Divine Masculine is right behind us. So everyone just stay encouraged. Don't focus on the connection at this time. The connection is there. The connection is being guarded by the Divine Himself. So don't even worry about the connection. As a matter of fact, now is the time to detach and focus on self, because we don't know what's going to happen and what steps we'll need to take until we go within. And it may not, the very next step, not the end to the means or the means to the end or none of that. Our very next step, because we're taking this one day at a time. We're on a spiritual journey. It's about the journey, not the destination. So our very next step could be something so magical and glorious, and it may not involve the counterpart in the very next step you take if you're in separation. Because, you don't want to pull a cake out of the oven before it's ready or it'll fall. So what you want to do is take that next step, and let's just be happy and joyful and just be grateful that we know about unconditional love and that we are on this journey and that things are going to be better. Let's just take the next step with open heart chakra, an open mind. Let's have a discerning spirit. We are being tested at this time to see how dedicated we are to this spiritual journey. So with all your decisions, keep that in mind. And I just want to let you know that I love you very much. Thank you for spending this time with me. I wish you all the best, and I wish all of us love, peace, happiness, harmony on your journey. I have information in the description down below this reading for any personal readings. Just hit me up in my email and I will check it out and we can discuss it. Whatever you need to discuss, I'm here for you. That's what I came to do. I wish you love. Mwah.